Hey guys, I'm on here a little bit early because I'm just getting set up. Okay. If you pop on here, say hello. I'm just making sure that I'm on here, and it looks like I am. So again, I feel like I'm blurry. Hopefully I'm not. Let me know if you guys can see me and hear me. And then, hi Debbie. I guess I can't zoom in. Okay, maybe that's a little better. Sorry for the shaking, guys. Hey, Chris. Okay. So maybe that's a little bit better. You guys, I will get these Facebook Lives. I will get them situated, and they will be better. I promise. The setup is a little weird that I have to do. Okay, and my extra table is being used, so just out of room, you guys. I feel like it's better when you can just see the black mat. I feel like the color and the thing is a little bit better. Okay, so I'm thinking you guys can hear me. You can see me. Okay. So, I have my comments over here on my computer, and hopefully I will be able to continue to see them. And if you hear that weird noise, it's my heater because I'm freezing. Somehow my window in my office got left open last night. So it was freezing in here when I came down here to work this morning. So that's what the funny noise is. And then can somebody just let me know if you can hear me okay? If everything is good. I'm adjusting my phone a little bit. Okay. So let's dive in, guys. Okay, so we're going to make a card, but really quick. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so really quick, I just want to share with you guys, this was something I shared at my local class on Tuesday, and that is, see, I feel like we've got this. I feel like you guys need to be a little closer to me. There we go. Okay. So, hey, Sandy. Yep, my comments are coming through, so yay. Okay, perfect. Chris says you can hear me. Okay, so this is something that I shared in my local class on Tuesday night. These are the bundles that are currently in our catalog. So they are in the Occasions catalog. They are in our annual catalog. And these are all bundles that are retiring. So some of the product is going to stay in the catalog, but they're going to be offered separately. So the great thing about our bundles are they are 10% off. So when you buy a bundle of product that is together, you save 10%. So these are going away. So I wanted to show you some of these. So some of these projects, all of these projects I'm showing you are not projects that I created. So a lot of them are from Mary Fish because she's amazing. My paper got all smashed and stuff from bringing it home. So some of, all of these products are not, you know, projects that I've made. But I wanted to show you these bundles. So the Daisy bundle, this is one that I picked up right away last year. It has the Daisy Punch. This one went on back order. And it had some crazy things happen. It was way more popular than Stampin' Up! Thought it was going to be. In fact, it was the #1 selling punch ever for Stampin' Up! So that's pretty phenomenal. So it went on back order, so you might have missed it. Hello from sunny North Carolina. Are you guys having some sun back there? It's finally spring here, you guys. I know several of you guys are still dealing with snow, and I am so sorry. I love snow, but I think I would probably be annoyed at it if it was still snowing so close to May. I know Chris, who's here, she lives close to me. She got snow this week at her house. It didn't stick, but I think spring is finally starting to break through. So if you didn't, maybe if you went to get this and it was on back order and then you haven't thought about it, now's a great time to pick this bundle up. This is in the Occasions catalog. It's the fruit basket. And I featured a project that Chris made with the little basket. Remember, it had the fruit earring in it. The Eastern Palace bundle. This is a great bundle. It has these are so great. There's so many different things you can do with all these pieces. This is in the annual catalog. This one is in the Occasions catalog. This product is carrying over, but not in the bundle. So if you want to save, especially this is a pricey bundle. So if you want to save 10%, you'll want to pick it up. The Lemon Zest, this is so cute. I love it. So you'll want to pick this up if you've not picked it up yet and you want it in the bundle. Chris just got this. This should be coming to her pretty soon. She got this at our class on Tuesday. And she made some really adorable cards with this. Let me show you guys the card that she made with this set. Okay, I had to grab it. Okay, so look at this card that Chris made with the coffee product. The coffee stamp and I think, she can correct me if I'm wrong, I think this hello is from Eastern Palace. I'm going to go back to the Eastern Palace and see. I think that's what she said. I think it is from this. Is it, Chris? You'll tell me. So this is really cute. So this was done with the coffee bundle. I love that. And then here is Grown with Love. I just thought I'm getting ready to throw all these papers away. So, oh, and so is the swirl. So the swirl right here and then the hello is both done with the Eastern Palace. Okay, so I'm getting ready to throw all these papers away. So I thought I might as well just share with you guys. This is in the annual. And then this one is in the Occasions. So I thought before I throw these away, I would share with you guys. So these are the bundles that are going away. And you can click right on the Stampin' Up! Website. It says bundles that are retiring. So those papers are going away, you guys. They are in the trash. So let's dive in and make some cards. Or I'm going to make a card for you guys. And we're going to do a couple different techniques. On my website Wednesday, the video finally went up. I shared these rainbow cards with you guys. So there's this one. There's this one. All these rainbow cards are going out to my team this month. So these are the ones that I made to send out to them for different things. So that's one we made. This one's probably my favorite. This one and this one I really like. So these are just duplicates. So we made these rainbow cards, and what I wanted to do today is make another rainbow card with you guys. And this rainbow card is sort of what got things started. So there's these two. This was originally kind of what I was playing around with when I started to make these cards. If you guys click on the video, on the little, there's a little circle, it looks like a flower, And that is your settings. And if you click on that and the quality of the video, you can put it on 360 and it will make the video a little bit clearer if you're having issues. Okay, so this is what we're going to make. So I wanted to, originally I had kind of started playing around with this, these colors, and that's kind of what got things started. So the colors we're going to use are going to be real red. So you're going to need some ink pads. Real red. We're going to use pumpkin pie. That's going to be 2 of our colors. Then we're going to use crushed curry. And we can use, I think pear pizzazz will be fine. No, yellow and Bermuda Bay. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, yellow and Bermuda Bay. And then we're going to use elegant eggplant. And we're going to use Wisteria Wonder, but I got to grab my Wisteria Wonder. I already pulled it from my stash. You know what I think it was, you guys? I actually think, well, I'm going to just pull these 3 purples, okay? So you're going to need those ink pads. And then what we're going to need is you're going to need some watercolor paper. Okay, so I have a Whisper White piece of cardstock, and I've been filming and editing all morning, and so my supplies are strung all over the place. So I'm going to grab my nail file, and I'm going to smooth out my edges here. I probably need to change the blade on my trimmer, and I'm just being lazy. Hey, Heather. Okay, so I have my Whisper White piece of cardstock here, and you could use a thick piece of Whisper White cardstock if you wanted. Gotta go up a little farther, guys, for you guys. This is just a regular piece of Whisper White, and then what I have is I have a piece of basic black, and then I have a piece of watercolor. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Joanne, I believe that you won. I'm so glad you popped on here because I sent you a message this morning and I tagged you on a post. You won this product from my last live. And I do have another giveaway, you guys, for today. I have another giveaway. But I think, Joanne, you won this. So I need you to email me your mailing address and I will get this sent to you. You get the card and you get the markers. Okay? So I'm glad you popped on here because I was going to say something in the video. Okay, so you'll need a piece of, you'll definitely need watercolor paper to do this technique we're going to do. So I have this watercolor piece is cut at 4 by... No, it's cut at 3 3/4 by 5. And then I have the black piece. I know it's a little bit hard to see on my black mat, but you can see it's just a really thin layer. It's not even quite 1/4 of an inch. Okay? So right now while we're getting started, you guys, leave a comment with your name so that I know who you are. Say hi. Let me know your name. And then also, if you share this video, there is going to be a giveaway at the very end. I'm going to show you guys what we're going to be giving away. And you'll get the card I'm making. So that's the deal. You always get the card we make in the video with your giveaway. Okay, so those are the pieces that we're going to layer together. But we're going to work with our watercolor piece right here. And this is kind of a messy technique, but it's really fun. So one of the things, I always keep a little small roll of paper towels in my craft room here. And I'm going to grab one of those because this tends to get a little bit messy. So the next thing we're going to need is one of these spritzers. So I have a bunch of these. I keep a bunch of these on my desk. And you can see they've had all different kinds of colors in them. And then I keep one that has... just water in it. This is a great product. So you get 2 when you order these. So you get 2 of them. And they're super handy to have around. And I have one that just has water in it. And it's a little discolored because I had another color in it. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take some of this Perfect Pearls. This is from Rangers. I've had this forever, you guys. I literally got this for, I think, $2 on Amazon. And I've had it forever, and it just like keeps going and going and going. You wouldn't think that it would last very long, but it does. So I'm just going to take a scoop of this. I'm going to put it, this is just water in here. So just water. You can add a little, you can do a mixture of alcohol and water, and the alcohol will allow it to dry quicker. But this is just water. And I'm going to shake that up so that Perfect Pearls is all in that water and we have it all mixed up, okay? So now I always get nervous doing this technique because it's messy and it's kind of like a one try. You get kind of one try at it. And then, of course, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you guys know I like my stuff to be perfect. Okay, so I'm going to grab a piece of grid paper just because I want to make sure we don't get anything on our mat. We're going to be flipping it and moving it around, and so I want this to stay dry. Okay, so we have our watercolor piece here, and then what we're going to do, okay, so I have, this is from the Gorgeous Grunge stamp set. This is a retired stamp. So the reason I'm using it is because it works perfect for this kind of thing, and that's why I have kept this stamp set. So any stamp set that maybe has some ink blots like this will work, okay? So I have 2 of the pieces here, and that's what we're going to do, okay? So we're going to start with our red and our orange. So we're going to open up our red, and we're going to open up our orange, and this is where things are going to get messy. Okay, but I just feel like being messy today and being creative. Okay, so we have our red, and then we have our orange, okay? So what we want to do is we want half of our image red, and we want half of it orange, basically, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this upside down so you guys can see. Normally I would just move it into my ink, but I'm going to do this upside down so you guys can see. So I'm going to take my ink pad upside down, and you can see that I'm not being all that careful. I'm just kind of smashing it down into the ink, okay? So then we'll set that aside. We'll turn this, and then we're going to grab our orange, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm kind of rolling it into that, and I'm not getting real close to that red, but really it's not going to matter. If you get a little bit, if you mix your ink pads a tiny bit right on the edge there, I promise you it's not going to matter. Okay, so let's set that aside because you guys know I will put my hand right in the ink. Okay, so this is where things get messy. So you can see that's really a mess. So now we're going to take our spritzer, and I want to make sure that this is, I'm nervous to do this, you guys. Okay, so we'll put our watercolor paper down. We're going to take this, open it up, and I'm nervous this is going to like spray on there. So what you do is I'm just going to spray this. Okay, so we have that moving around. We'll bring our watercolor piece, and we want to go off the paper a little bit. So you're going to just go down. I kind of wiggle it around a little bit. And you can see I did not get very much orange right there. So I'm going to flip it and stamp it down again. Okay, so that's way better. Okay, so as this dries, in fact, I'm going to get my heat tool out. So as it dries, it's going to get a little bit lighter and it will do a little bit better. Okay, but let's heat set this. Just so we can speed the process along. Okay, so I'm not going to heat set it all the way because we want colors to mix as we go, but you guys get the idea. So now what we need to do is clean off our stamp because we're going to do the next color. So I'm just going to use my scrub and we're just going to clean this off. And then we'll do our next colors. So our next colors are going to be yellow and Bermuda Bay. Oh no, yeah, because we did the orange. Okay, so we're going to do the yellow. And then we'll do the Bermuda Bay. Which is my favorite color, Bermuda Bay. And then we'll spritz again. Okay, so we really want that color moving around. Okay, so we're going to bring this back over and we're going to do the yellow close to the orange. And we're going to angle it and stamp that down. Bring it up. So now if it starts to get a little muddy, so it did start to get a little muddy right there, that's okay. This is kind of a process. Like you just keep working at it. So let's clean this and then let's do a little bit more Bermuda Bay. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to add it to this smaller ink image. This is just a very controlled way of doing this watercolor type technique. So that was probably too much water there, but that's why you just have a paper towel. Okay, so then let's stamp this down here and just lift it. And then let's do a little more there. Okay, so you can totally see that as the colors mix, that didn't give a great green. It got a little muddy, but each piece is going to be different, okay? So I don't want to mess with that anymore because I feel like I could keep messing with it because it's not exactly what I want. So let's not do that because that's kind of when you get into trouble. So let's move to our purples, which are the... We're going to use, this is Elegant Eggplant. Some of these colors are retiring, you guys. Wisteria Wonder is definitely retiring. Okay, so we have those colors. And then let's do our spray. And I'm nervous about this, but... So then what I'm doing is I'm letting those colors kind of run together on my stamp pad here. Or not my stamp pad, but my stamp. So kind of let's let those mix together. And then we're going to flip it over and I'm going to angle it this way. Lift that up. Again, it's getting a little dark over here. Like it's getting, I feel like it's getting a little muddy. Like it looks like a little brown. I don't want it to look brown. So let's go with our Wisteria Wonder. I just sprayed off to the side, you guys. I'm kind of getting my other cards wet over there. Okay, so then let's pick up some of this color. And then let's stamp this down. Okay. I wish there would have been a little bit more green there. So what you can do, this is like the controlled way to do this kind of watercoloring. So I cleaned the purple off there. Let's add a little bit of green right in there. I'm going to go with Pear Pizzazz. So I don't know, what do you guys think of this technique? I don't know, is it too much work? Sometimes things that are a lot of work I don't like doing. I like it to be done. And this does look better if you kind of let it... See? Okay, that's we're getting somewhere. Sometimes it looks better if you just let it dry on its own. Okay, but I'm going to heat set this so that it will dry. Okay, so you can see my hands got really, really inky. Let me grab a wipe so I can clean off my hand. I don't want to touch the watercolor paper with my hands having any of that ink on them, because then it'll get icky. Okay. And then that's also why we have paper towels. Okay, I already see a little spot there that kind of... You guys should see my desk. It is crazy looking. Okay. Sorry, guys. The beauty of live video. See, I would have edited all of that out for you guys before. Okay. So now I'll just keep this in my little stash. And then you can see, maybe hopefully, that there is a little bit of glow to that. It has a little bit of shine there to it. And I got a little spot right here. See that red? I'm just going to take, this is a little sanding piece. And that'll make that less, hopefully. Yeah, that at least lessened it. Okay. So now we can get rid of that grid paper and just work with that. So the only part that I'm not crazy about is over here. So maybe I should have used a lighter purple to go into that. Because it looks like it kind of got a little bit, I feel like it got a little bit brown looking, right? But that's okay. So now what I want to do is bring my Misty over here. And the stamp set that I'm using is the same stamp set that I used in my video for all these other rainbow cards. I'm going to go ahead and close up all of these ink pads because otherwise I know it's going to be an issue. I'm going to put my hand right in it. So this is the stamp set that I'm using. So I don't always do this. You guys use a stamp set that maybe I don't. This is a close to my heart stamp set, and I'm pretty sure it's not available anymore. So I don't usually do that, but this was out on my desk because I was working on my One Little Word album, and this is a stamp set that I use in One Little Word because it has all of these great sentiments. Life is beautiful, dream big. Always be your own kind of wonderful, and then it has all these butterflies. So it happened to be sitting out on my desk when I started to make this card, and I just happened to really love this Life is Beautiful. I felt like it really went with this image, and this image reminded me of a map. This one right, let me see, this one was the first one I did. And it reminded me of a map, like all the different pieces of land and stuff. And so when I saw the sentiment sitting on my desk, I felt like it was like the perfect sentiment. This eraser right here is called, this is a little sanding eraser. It's by Tombow. It's called a sand eraser. It's maybe this is the brand, or not the brand, but hopefully you guys can see that. And then it's by Tombow. I'll share a link from Amazon for it. That's where I got it. And it's a sand eraser, and it works great for taking off specks of like ink and stuff when you, like, I just got a little bit of ink on that card. So you just use it for that, and it works great. So that's what it is, if you want to screenshot that, or I will share a link. I got mine on Amazon. So anyways, that's why I chose the sentiment that I chose. And I know you guys probably can't get that stamp set, but you could for sure use any sentiment that you wanted. So what I want to do is use my Misty. And this is just a stamp positioning tool. I'm thinking that I might move the stamp itself. So if you're not familiar with the way this would work, you just stick your piece of cardstock in here. And the reason I'm using a stamp positioning tool is because this is watercolor paper, which means it's not going to stamp great to begin with. And these magnets are really sensitive, you guys. You have to be really careful because they will break. You can see I broke mine the first night I used my Misty. So Stampin' Up! Has the Stamparatus, which is the same kind of thing. It does the same thing. I happen to have already had my Misty before Stampin' Up! Came out with the Stamparatus. So I use both. And the reason I was using the Misty on this one is because my, oops, that's white. We want black. My Stamparatus was being used. So I had all of my stamp positioning out. So here is, I don't recommend using StazOn on photopolymer stamps. Oops, that was my big shot. I don't recommend using StazOn ink on your photopolymer stamps, but this is what I have on my desk, so I'm going to go with this. But I would suggest you guys using something different, either just an archival ink or a Memento ink is going to be better for your photopolymer stamps. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp this again. So it can be a little bit darker, which is the great thing about the stamp positioning tools, is because that is watercolor paper, I can get a cleaner, darker image. And you just press down. Thank you, Chris, for linking that from Amazon. Okay, so we're going to take our piece out here and we'll move this, and now we can put all of this together. So because this is watercolor paper, it's really thick, and remember we added a lot of water and ink, so it kind of warped it. So what you're going to want to do is make sure you put a lot of adhesive on here. And I do not have adhesive out here. Where is my snail? Here it is. Okay. And so you can see I'm using a lot of adhesive. So I would rather have too much adhesive on a card and it stay together in the mail than not use enough adhesive and it fall apart in the mail. So now I know it's a little bit hard to see because that black matte, but I'm just adding that and hopefully it looks, does it look pretty good? I got it a tiny bit crooked, I think. That's okay. And then let's add some foam to this. And then the very last thing we're going to do is, because we still have a little bit of fun to do with this card, we are going to add some sparkle to it. And I'm going to have to use these scissors because all of my other scissors are gone. You guys, I've been filming. So when I film, my desk gets crazy because I have all the product out everywhere. Okay, so I'm using this 3M foam tape. And that's just because I like the ability, first of all, to tear this back off, and then it lays a little bit flatter. So we have our card here. And we'll put this in the middle. Okay, so now you could add a couple different things. So the first thing you could add is these. These are in the Occasions catalog, and these are really pretty. I think I actually might add these. But the other thing that you can add is sequins. So let me show you my sequins and how I store it. I like to know how people store certain things. So this will be fun to share. So this is my sequence. I have 3 of these, and they have tops, and then these come out. And you get these in the beading section. I got them at Walmart, and the tops come undone. And then I just have mine in pretty much rainbow order. So red, green, blue. You can just see it goes right through the different colors. And then I don't worry about labeling where I get my sequins. I usually only get my sequins from a few different places. So if I need to replace something, I can do it. So those are beading organization tins. And you can get them at Walmart. I almost said Safeway. Like what, you're going to get it in the frozen food section? Like, I don't know where my brain was going with Safeway. But you can get it at Walmart. So these are our 2 options. So how about I let you guys help me decide which one to use. So the way the sequins look on it is like this. So here's with sequins. These sequins are really pretty. They pick up pretty much whatever color is beneath whatever you're using. So they pick up this color really pretty. Or there's these. I feel like maybe we should use these since the one card has the sequence on it. Maybe these would be really pretty to use on here so you could see the difference. And of course, the little tool that I need, I don't have. Well, I was going to use my scissors, but maybe I can find my X-Acto knife. My X-Acto knife wasn't even one of the things I was using in today when I was filming. Oh, it's right here. You guys, it was right here. Why didn't you tell me? Okay, so let's put these on here because I feel like it'll be different. So these have like that same iridescent kind of look to them, and so it picks up whatever color is beneath. So I feel like let's just sprinkle a couple of these around. I try to put them in like a triangle shape that kind of gives it a more random look, maybe. And then there's different sizes. So there's some large ones and some small ones. I think that's probably good. I could really get carried away with these, you guys. I could just keep going and going. See, I can't stop. I can't stop. Okay, that probably really is good. But I feel like there needs to be one right there because I feel like I skipped the middle. And then, you guys, I can't stop. Okay, that's probably enough. Okay, so hopefully you can see it. Thanks, Chris. My X-Acto knife is right there. Right? Okay. So this is how this ends up looking, you guys. I actually really like it. These are just very subtle. I mean, I don't even know if you can really see it on the camera. But I love these. And these are retiring. So if you want these, now's the time to get these. So these are the ones that I did. So it started out like this. This was the very first one I did. And I loved all the white space. I'm a white space kind of girl when it comes to cards. I really love having all of the white space. So I loved this. But I felt like it did need a little bit of a pop. I felt like this maybe was too much. So then the next one I did was this with the black. And this is what started the whole thing. And then I just went crazy with the rainbow cards. But I loved that. And then I really love the way this one turned out. So this one, let's talk about our giveaway for today. It's a brand new pack of this designer paper. It's the Picture Perfect Birthday, Picture Perfect Party 6x6. It's a brand new pack. And this paper is retiring. And then with this paper, you get this card. So that's the giveaway for today. Make sure you leave your name. If you're rewatching this, you can still win. So it's open to everybody. US only because it's too expensive to ship out of the US. So leave your name, leave a comment, and then leave your name. And then if you share the video, you get entered again. And you'll get the paper and the card. And I'll pick a winner probably this weekend. And then also, Joanne, make sure you email me your address to pick so that I can send this to you because you won last time. So that was our giveaway last time. This is our giveaway this time. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and sharing the video. I am working hard here on this Facebook page to bring you guys more content. So, oh, Joanne, did you just realize? Yes, you won. I thought you realized earlier when I said, no, you totally won. And I tagged you in the comment from last time. And then I just sent you a message this morning. So on your Facebook page, I went and found you and then sent you a message. So if you just email me at katinamartinez@live.com, your address, I will send you the markers and the card from last time. So I totally appreciate you guys. I am working hard to bring you more content to the Facebook page. I've been primarily focused on my website and then on YouTube. And I just recently started, I've updated the Facebook page here. And then I'm doing these lives. Right now I'm doing them every other Friday. And then I'm popping in. I did a couple lives this week for you guys. I did an unboxing. And then I shared with you my favors for my class. So I popped in. But I will be every other Friday right now at 11 a.m. I'm doing these Facebook Lives where we make something. And if you have a request, I'm happy to take a request. But I would just love to interact with you guys a little bit more. And here on Facebook, it makes it a little bit easier to do that. So I appreciate you guys taking time to hang out with me today. And I hope you guys are having a great Friday. I am planning on doing some creating tonight and cleaning up my mess here. And then I'm planning on doing a little project life this weekend. So I hope you guys are having a great day. And I will leave you guys with that. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.